Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the importance of the northwest direction in Vastu. So now friends, as you know that the essential principles of Vastu is planning your life, planning your indoor activities, your Vastu, your interior decor, completely honoring the directions, completely honoring the planets, the gods, the essence of that direction. So now friends, when we talk about this direction, which has everything to do with the air element, because the god which is connected with this direction is the Marut or the wind, and the planet which is connected with this direction is the moon. So because of which friends, a lot of pressure, a lot of intensity goes on the mental plane. Now you must have understood this philosophical term that the quality of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. So because of which, only if you can work on the fixing up the elements of this direction in your apartment, in your home, you can actually get benefited. So now friends, to begin with, now first thing is that what all activities are considered as auspicious or good in this direction. So just because friends, the flow of air tend to remain very strong in this direction. So because of which, all those activities which requires action, vigor, energetic activities are considered as good in this direction. All sort of entertaining activities, because just because astrology and Vastu always goes hand in hand. So even in the original Kal Purush Kundli, the energies of the 5th house and the 6th house are connected with this direction. So now 5th house, which tells about your mental activities, entertainment, and 6th house, which tells about counseling, all sort of arbitration. So because of which, if we are going to take the 5th house connected activities first, so now this direction is considered as very good for placing your television, for playing games, all sort of entertaining activities. This direction is also considered as very good for all the newly married couple, because friends, as you know that the aspect of desires and sensuality tend to remain priority in the case of the newly married couple. Now you have to understand this thing, that even in our Sanatan Dharma principles, like which prophesizes 4 directions, 4 principles: dharma, arth, kam, moksha. So kama, which is the desire, is one aspect of it. So the beauty of this direction is that it is definitely going to intensify the sensual enjoyment aspect connected with the sexual activity, but over and above that, the couple will move on towards other important duties and responsibilities of their matrimonial life. Also friends, because of there is a lot of instability and lot of moving energy, flowing energy in this direction. So if you are going to place the room of someone who is planning to move to abroad, he can actually get his wish fulfilled. Or let's say for example, if in all sort of traditional and joint families where you have someone of the marriageable age and that girl is not able to find the right match for herself, so placing her room in this direction is definitely going to facilitate that she will soon gonna find someone and she will get married and she will move out of the house. Also friends, like this direction is also considered as good in the big houses and the big families. If you want to place your servant quarter in this direction, so definitely your servant is also going to remain very energetic in order to do his duties. Also friends, in the older times, this was the direction because there is a lot of the fresh air which flows from this direction. So in the older times, people used to place their grains, their food items over here in this direction, so that the food is going to stay fresh for longer times and its nutrients are gonna stay intact. Also friends, like just because this house and this direction, specifically this direction, is connected with the west of the northwest, the 6th house essential elements. So because of which, if you are working as a psychiatrist, you are engaged in any sort of counseling line of work, so placing your office or placing your workstation or facing this direction can also prove to be very beneficial for you. Just because friends, in today's day and age where a lot many people are working from home, whenever you watch news, television and all of that, you will see that these days all the anchors, they are just all the time asking experts from their field, like experts in any given field, in the newsroom, in the news panel for the discussion. And generally all those interviews and sharing of the views takes place through the Zoom call. So if you are in that field, so trust me, facing this direction can actually prove to be very beneficial for you. And also friends, like just because 6th house energy also has to do with the stress management or relieving your stress as well. So in the older times, if you will go by the classical text, even in the Ramayana, there has been a mention of the Kop Bhavan, a room which used to be allotted for all sort of weeping, all sort of crying. Now there has been this mention in the Ramayana where when Kaikeyi, she wanted to get the promises which her husband Lord Dashratha has promised to his wife, when she wanted to get all of those promises or all of her wishes to sending Lord Rama to exile, when she wanted her wish or her this promise to get fulfilled, she went to the Kop Bhavan, that room of crying and weeping, in order to exert pressure on Lord Dashratha. And even if you will see the resonance in the modern times friends, so even in Christianity where people go to kind of confess and get relieved of all of the things which are bothering them, so there is a section within the some of the churches where you will find that the light is very dim, and behind those closed door the person is confessing of all of his sins and all of his wrongdoings. So as you know that just because this direction is connected with the air element, Vayu element, which is connected with planet Saturn as well, and relieving of all of your worries and your anxieties is a domain of the moon, which has got the rulership of this direction. So because of which friends, what used to be the essence in the older times, which has got its mention in the classical text, we can actually find and see its resonance in modern times as well. So this is how friends you can study this direction. Now just because friends, astrology and Vastu always goes hand in hand, and I have also explained it to you that this direction is connected with the 5th house and the 6th house of your astrological chart. So trust me, even if in your natal chart you will find that someone has got a moon to be heavily afflicted, that your moon is conjunct with Rahu, Ketu, Saturn or Mars, or your moon is debilitated in the Scorpio sign. So let's say for example, if you will find with all of these affliction, the northwest direction is also afflicted, then definitely in those scenarios the afflictions of the moon is going to come very hard, very severely in the occupant of the house. And let's say for example friends, if you will find that if this direction is completely set up as per the Vastu principles, and over and above that a native has got a very benefic moon in his chart, his moon is like at the time of the birth, moon was waxing, over and above that moon is exalted in the Taurus sign, moon is placed in the Cancer sign, it is conjunct with Jupiter, and over and above that he has given justified, the person has justified all the essential Vastu principles in the northwest direction, and person's occupation is also connected with this field, like the person with a strong moon and an occupant of this house is working in the fields of restaurant, anything to do with the hospitality sector, anything to do with the restaurant business, travel, import, export, then definitely success can be seen as guaranteed, because not only person has got a well placed moon in his chart, he is also giving attention and honoring the directions within his home, and his profession is also connected with the same field. Now friends, when we talk about like in certain ways, like how you can find any defects in this direction in the Vastu of a person, like this could be your home, this could be your office. So now friends, that's very simple. Like let's say for example, if you will find that just because if you will find this direction in the architecture of the home to be lower than the northeast direction, which is going to increase the Vata qualities or the airy qualities, so which can give lot of arguments in the home, loud talking and shouting at each other. And let's say for example, if you will find this direction to be higher than the southeast or the southwest direction, then it is going to decrease the airy qualities, which can give rise to restlessness or very mindless thinking. So it has to be completely in sync with the Vastu principles. Like this direction, northwest direction, plays a very integral role, which has straight away impact on your mental health, on your rejuvenation, in your imagination, and specifically the female occupants of the house. If you will find this direction to be afflicted, so trust me friends, the women occupants of the house might face the brunt, might face the heat in a more intense way. Now friends, at the end, when we talk about the remedies, so now that's very simple. Just because the god which is connected with this direction is the Vayu, and Lord Hanuman is considered as the son of the wind god, and Lord Hanuman, who has been considered as the epitome of strength and intelligence. So even reciting Hanuman Chalisa on Tuesday can be seen as one of the very best remedy for giving strength to this direction as per Vastu in your home. And also friends, like hanging a Chandra Yantra or Maruti Yantra in this direction can also give rise to or can fix up any of the affliction or Vastu affliction connected with this air direction or the northwest direction in your home or in your apartment. So this is something friends which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs on this concept of northwest direction in Vastu. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vastu, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.